morning then, hustlers, sports fans. What are we saying? So today we're blessed with the greatness of our subcontractor, CC Cook. No, it's not CC Peniston, who sang Finally It's Happened. Do you remember that song? No. CC Peniston, this is CC Cook. So, we're just on with servicing some commercial plant rooms today. Got a few more to get finished off for one of these sites to work on. I'm a little bit under the cosh, me and Craig. How long have we known each other for now, Craig?
About 50 years.
50 years? Nah, come on, mate. I know you're 50, I'm only 21 still, mate. We've been together quite... That sounds really weird, that. Been working for quite a while now. Hey, up there, that's been leaking this year, hasn't it? Look at that.
New Evan on that.
New Evan, I'll make a note of that, mate. Like I say. Yeah, like I say, what we're doing is just on with these services, so it'll just be, obviously, annual gas test on these really, really little meters. Our governor, our solenoid, our car wheel there. So, underway now. Craig's on with it. What do you want to say to the fans, Craig?
No, not really.
Shows your bicep?
No.
Flex your tricep?
No.
Come on. So while Craig's on down with the strip down and stuff now, I'm going to we test the system annually anyway, so basically we stick it up and stuff as well. What I'm going to do is just get it calculated again, just make sure we're doing all the tests for the gas side of things. Like I say, these 2 meters behind me, this one here to the right does the 2 Evo Maxes. What kilowatt are these? That needs new web. We know it needs new web, don't we? 100 kilowatt Evo Max, literally. The room sealed appliances, so again, they go straight up like that. Do you know I was talking today, Craig? What are them called there? I forgot the name of them.
Heat links.
No, they're not heat link. Thermalink, that's the one. Thermalink. And what the Thermalink does is, I'm going to hand you over to Mr. CC Cook right now. He's going to look at the camera here and just tell you what it does.
It just shuts the boiler off, it sets on fire.
You look to the camera?
Shuts the gas off.
You got to look to the camera. And
Shuts
say,
the gas off. Shuts the gas off, it gets too hot.
say, hey man, I'm famous. I got confused that day, so I'll get the gas test done. What I'm also going to do is, because we're going to test from our local valve there, I'm literally going to shut that wheel off and then I'll test both systems at once, like I say, just all the value of it, like I say. And obviously, again, we've discussed this plant before. It comes into two boilers there, 200 kilowatt, goes through this buffer tank, which acts like a header. Obviously comes through on my shunts, on my boilers. It just goes in here, circulates back round to my boilers, and then from there what it does, we've got a pump plan system, so they've actually got actuator valves only on, what system's this? Radiant panels on the ceilings, and then radiator circuit. They've actually put a blending valve on there, and the reason being for that is obviously as the building's reaching temperature, what happens is it draws off my flow, it goes up around the building. As the building starts reaching temperature, just so it doesn't come to a sudden stop, it'll blend the temperature, so it'll blend the flow, so it'll just knock it down a little bit. And obviously what that does is it don't put us hot water for the building, like I say. Radiant panel just basically CT on. So CT stands for, what does it stand for, Craigie?
Constant temperature.
VT?
Variable.
So variable temperature, because it blends, and CT is a constant temperature. And again, it comes round off this hot water and comes this absolute beast of a plate heat X, which looks like it's been leaking, mate. That is that even on though? It don't look. It's been turned off. It's leaking, but it's going to leak. So they've turned it off, haven't they? That needs to be on really for hot water, doesn't it? And just do all daft little things like check everything out, check the press fill, check expansions and stuff like that. So not too bad doing a little service like this. I'll be here for an hour or so, like I say, doing the bits and bats, and go from there, really. Go from there. This is the annoying thing. What working plant? You up, pal? You sorry, mate? Is it leaking that drain off? No drain off, that's fine, well done, mate. Flex your guns? No. Why? Or say, hey, Dad. No. This is the other thing with plant rooms. What happens is on our vars this, obviously, it starts getting stored for silly things, which is highly frustrating. Like I say, plant rooms like this need to be left clean and clear. So as a general rule of thumb, I will give it a sweep out anyway, clean out, get rid of what rubbish we can. But there's a bit of screen wash down there, I don't know why that's in here. Got a box with a bit of rubbish in there, TV stand, an old battery. It doesn't need to be in. What I'm going to do now is start getting the panel all turned on, because this gets shut down. So this BMS system here is controlled remotely. There. What I need to do is get everything turned on, put it into man. So, Craig, can I put these 2 boilers on hand now and you can just turn them off? There. So, I'll knock the boilers to hand. We haven't got a light tester yet, so the lights aren't working on the panel, are they? Put that to hand, and then we're going to put pump to on, plate heat exchanger to on, get all my pumps on, wait for that flow switch, sorted. Nothing coming from the boilers, so they don't do a lamp test, which is not a problem. But that's all in demand now, and then what I'll do once this is done, I'll revert it back to as it was. It's controlled remotely, off-site, like I say. Have a look and pal. Rattling that, innit? Go and do over it with that then, is it? Don't want a new shunt box.
Yeah, it might go to the reading.
It won't take that long, will it? That's what I don't get why, 'cause obviously, this one here, obviously, it's service time, but we've come in here today and the boiler's been turned off against it. I don't really know why. So we're going to now. We're just going through the set into service mode now. So it's set this now to max rate. So the boiler's going to kick in, which is done, which is fine. I don't think that's going to drag around, is it? Why you think it's going to shunt on both of them? I don't think that shunt won't pull it round though, will it? Or will it? Bear in mind though, it might not shunt round there, Craig, but now I've got my buffer tank on, it's going to pull the buffer tank, so, but that, again, no, it won't do it. Let's just see if it fires. Yeah, but you're going to do all that, it might be the ignition electrodes.
Yeah, literally, it takes a minute.
Right, so, this boiler's not firing. We need to find out why it's not firing. So Craig come up with a great idea. Talk to me, Craig.
I'm just going to swap the transformer into that one.
So we're going to transform this one, put it in this one. I think it's going to be the electrodes.
I don't know,
I think it's electrodes, so
I'll put one on it.
leave in the comments. Your biceps looking big, mate. While I'm on the service as well, what we also do as well is test the flow. So once we get this boiler fired up, I'll be doing a flow gas analysis from this point. It is quite a long flow. Obviously, it is in with manufacturing instructions. So there's maybe 1, 2, 3, plus your 45s and the turret up top. I think it will allow something like 0.9 metres for 45 or an elbow 0.4, I can't remember. But it's well within its limits what it needs to be. Also, as well, I can't stress enough, any vertical flow whenever you're working on them, always do. We always do an air intake. We're aiming for 28.95. It's just standard really from us. I know a lot of companies, when I was doing some resits recently, I was chatting to a few lads on there and they were saying they don't do X, Y and Z. Even going back down to like the oil side of things, if you guys are off-tech registered, you don't have to, and it doesn't warrant it. You don't need to be doing an oil alarm test on a yearly boiler on the service, but peace of mind, because I've been there, I always do an oil pressure test on the oil line as well. I just know peace of my mind, I've been the last one there, I know everything was and as should have been, like I say. So just simple little things really, each to one. Like I said, I'm going to get these meters cleaned up while Craig's faffing with this. I'm still saying electrodes. I'm saying electrodes. What you said?
Ignition transformer. Why are you doing that?
Because the fans want to see CC cooking action.
Putting a big transformer.
It's mad, innit? So it's a 100 kilowatt boiler. If you guys work on the ideal boilers, it's pretty much the same principle, isn't it? Obviously.
It's the same bar.
It's the same boiler, like the same bearings at the top like that, look. Got same ionisation electrodes, stuff like that. Heat exchange is a little bit more beefy, you can see from that side there, but the ignition box is exactly the same, so it's pretty much the same.
I don't even know how to put the screws in.
I'll get my wire, I have actually got wire brush in the van, Craig, so I respect I'll get that, we'll clean that up there. But we need to note, we need to put new air vent in. But we'll note that on the air remedials. So let's see what Craig's saying then, are we going to get this time? I'm hoping it don't light, so I was right, but I might be wrong. Pump's making a 8 racket, isn't it, that? And this is why it's so crucial in plant rooms, like I say, doing yearly servicing, even 6 months, just checks by the caretakers and stuff as well, you know, coming in. Ideally could do with checking the plant out maybe monthly something, but obviously like I say, we do the service yearly, where in the plant rooms we're given once over, check them and do what we need to do, but things like this can obviously be, what's the word I'm looking for? Things like this can be, no, keep on top of it, can't we? Obviously not checking them out all the time. I'm hoping it don't fire, I'll be honest, I hope it don't fire. Fucking fired, you bastard, look. That's real annoying. Do you know what? I did think it was that, but because you said it. No, listen. Because you said it, I didn't want it to be that purposely. Because I want it to be what I said. I've got to transform the van, so I'll go grab it, shall I?
Yeah.
always keep remedials in your van. So common parts that we work on. I keep spare parts. What we got in here? Pump, tool port, filter, fad valves, chemicals. This one I think I've got oil. So I've got some oil hoses, Talon rosettes, chrome rosettes, rope gaskets for old boilers, shower nozzles for our commercial sites, oil nozzles, rad extensions, bleed, you name it, we've got it in here. I don't keep loads on board because you could just be silly and waste, but I keep a few spare parts. So I've got a couple of electricals, ton dish, Worcester filling, valve, clock and stuff like that. I think, maybe wrong, but I'm sure I've got an ignition transformer. Look at that. Keep just your standard ideal parts on, like I say, even air down to gasket sets for your W's, for your Amaxes, just like I say on the boils and stuff. I just keep them spare, just worthwhile keeping on. Cheeky little diverter cartridge as well. No, it isn't. It's a flow turbine, you nugget. Sorry, flow turbine. But I'll restock that, like I say. Just always keep a little bit of stock in your van. It just makes sense, makes your job easier. What are you saying about keeping a van stock in your van? You'll keep them in your van? No. Why not? Keep stuff in your van, because obviously, I know you can't have everything, but argument is there, and to me, is I keep consumables that cost how much? 30 quid. For the cost of it, especially in the winter when it's breakdown season, I try to keep a few of them little bits and bats on the van, because you usually go into a lot of boilers that you usually work on, recurring clients, stuff like that. So if you can get like the main parts where, like, I don't like say your flow turbine, your diverter cartridge, special ignition box, comes the winter time, you want to be getting jobs complete on your first visit. It gets longer and worse if you're taking 2 or 3 visits, like I say. So don't keep everything, but just what you can. How they're looking all right, pal? Yeah. Well done for sorting that, Craig. You've done well. You've passed the test, mate. Well done. Baby, I could call you my baby boy. Do you not agree, Craig, when you're in a plant room, give everything a clean down like you're testing and working on? It just looks the part, doesn't it, don't you think? I hate it. I hate it when you come in jobs, like people have been servicing things and they don't like clean up, like you just. I think for a pack of wipes and just the clean up side of things, it just literally aids and makes the job look proper. Because stated that's mirror. This gets dusty in this plant room, doesn't it? Then clean the governors, everything up, give it all a good wipe down. Why?
Why video?
What are you going for?
I can't say it.
The fans want to know why you sat like that. What is up with you? What is up with you?